Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking astaxanthin. This is an ingredient that is getting a ton of hype online at the moment, with one brand claiming that their astaxanthin serum is actually 6 times more effective than traditional vitamin C when it comes to brightening the skin and fading hyperpigmentation. So in today's video, we're going to take a deeper dive into astaxanthin and question whether is it just the latest skincare fad, or is this actually an ingredient that we should definitely be incorporating into our skincare routine in order to elevate the results that we see. Sit back, relax, let's talk astaxanthin skincare. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and of course, I'm going to share with you my favorite astaxanthin containing skincare products. So if you wanted to check out any of these products for yourself, maybe make a purchase for your routine, read the reviews, the price point, I've listed and linked them all down in the description box below, but just know, as always, this video isn't sponsored and it isn't in paid partnership. You will never see a sponsorship here on Mad About Skin because I pride myself on never being bought. I speak from the heart, not the wallet. So if you appreciate truly independent skincare advice and recommendations like what you're watching today, then the best way of supporting me is by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. The more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that have been showing up for me over the past 5 years here on YouTube. It genuinely means the world to me. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, astaxanthin, it is impossible to pronounce. I've actually been perfecting this over the past week, getting my pronunciation right. So I'm going to try and keep that pronunciation the same all the way through the video, but don't hold me to that because it is a bit of a tongue twister. But this is a relative newcomer to the skincare ingredient lists, and it's getting a lot of hype online. Now, most of this hype is from a brand called Dr Melaxin, which you might have seen on some other social media sites, and specifically their astaxanthin jelly brightening cream. This has gone viral 4, 5, 6 times over and reportedly has sold 1.5 million units. That's a lot of skincare. That's a lot of people that have bought this. And honestly, according to some sites, it's actually got a 4.8 out of 5 rating. So clearly people are loving this product. And it's Dr. Melaxin that came out with this 6 times more effective than vitamin C claim that's really created a lot of the narrative around astaxanthin. So we're going to put that to the test, work out whether this is actually true, and look at some of the other options on the market as well. So first off, let's start with astaxanthin. What is it? Well, it's an antioxidant. There are lots of antioxidants out there. There are hundreds of different ones that work their way into our skincare routine. Some of my favorites like coenzyme Q10, pycnogenol, resveratrol, ferulic acid, vitamin E. There's loads. Astaxanthin is a relative newcomer, but it sits within those antioxidants. However, the way that it works in the skin actually is more potent when it comes to brightening the complexion and fading hyperpigmentation than other forms of antioxidant. And this is where I think a lot of the attention is being focused on astaxanthin for its ability to fade hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and discoloration. Now, vitamin C has probably the most data behind it as an antioxidant. It's been studied for years. It's been in our skincare routine for years, and a lot of people will call it the gold standard antioxidant. I'm not so sure on that anymore. I think 10 years ago that probably was the case, but the world has moved on, and whilst vitamin C is a great option for your skincare routine, it's unstable, which means it oxidizes really quickly. It's really difficult to layer and pair with other actives, and a lot of people can be quite sensitive to it. So astaxanthin, I definitely just fit a bit of a niche in the market as an alternative to vitamin C for those who can't tolerate it, or to use alongside it to complement the results that you see from vitamin C. And I think that's really probably where you're going to get the best results. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take a closer look at some of the data into astaxanthin. So one recent study showed that a side-by-side comparison used over the period of 6 months on individuals with moderate to sustained hyperpigmentation. That means it's been present in the skin for 2 or more years. So a significant reduction with astaxanthin and a more moderate reduction in that hyperpigmentation with just vitamin C. This one study definitely showed that astaxanthin performed in excess of vitamin C in a direct comparison, specifically when it comes to hyperpigmentation. Another study looked at the use of astaxanthin as an antioxidant, which I guess is its primary focus and purpose, and compared it again to vitamin C. In a side-by-side study, they found that astaxanthin and vitamin C performed roughly the same when it came to the antioxidant benefit they delivered to the skin. However, there was one big caveat to that. It actually said that astaxanthin astaxanthin is much more stable, so has a longer shelf life than vitamin C. And this study looked at astaxanthin and vitamin C that had just been created. So both super fresh, and found they perform the same. But actually over time, they said that astaxanthin preserved its potency a lot better than vitamin C. So if you're going for a super fresh vitamin C, it'll deliver roughly the same benefits as astaxanthin when it comes to antioxidant power. But over time, it will lose that when it oxidizes. And so actually, maybe reaching for astaxanthin is probably a safer option in terms of antioxidant power in order to maintain that for longer. And this is something I actually am really interested in, because I do find one of the biggest issues with vitamin C is it oxidizes really quickly. So you're almost racing through your product and using more than you would be naturally inclined to do in order to use it up before it oxidizes. We shouldn't have to do that. And I think astaxanthin provides a more stable antioxidant alternative, which is definitely a big plus. Now, I looked through all the different studies into astaxanthin, and there was only one that I could actually find that said that when it comes to hyperpigmentation, it works 6 times better than vitamin C. That was one study. Most of the other studies showed that it delivers a little bit better benefit, but never reached that 6 times claim. And so I think we have to take that with a pinch of salt. And there's enough data to say that astaxanthin definitely does perform better than vitamin C when it comes to hyperpigmentation. But I think that 6 times claim is probably at the absolute best scenario range, rather than looking at something that's realistically achievable. For me, I think astaxanthin works best when it's used alongside vitamin C. Vitamin C used to be the go-to hyperpigmentation and antioxidant ingredient. But like I say, the world's moved on, and in 2026, we have a broader range of antioxidants and hyperpigmentation ingredients to reach for. Vitamin C is one of them. It's no longer like the pinnacle. And I find that vitamin C works best when you incorporate it alongside other actives such as glutathione, alpha-arbutin, and of course, astaxanthin. So for me, I would see them as a nice addition to vitamin C rather than an either or. However, if you're super sensitive to vitamin C, then you would absolutely use astaxanthin in the place of vitamin C and get, in most instances, actually better results, so you're not missing out. And so with all of that out of the way, hopefully that's explained some of the hype and the claims that sit behind astaxanthin. For me, a great ingredient, and one that I use in conjunction with vitamin C in my own routine. And these are my favorite products. So I referenced earlier the Dr Melaxin Astaxanthin jelly. This is the one that's getting the biggest sales and the most hype online. And I actually think this is a really good product. It uses astaxanthin alongside tranexamic acid, alongside a touch of niacinamide too. 3 great brightening, hyperpigmentation fighting ingredients. This is a nice comprehensive formula. It doesn't break the bank, and the texture is a really nice lightweight jelly feel. So if you're somebody that doesn't want a heavy serum, you want something super lightweight, this is a great option. I think particularly great if you have oily or acne prone skin and want something super light. This is probably the one that I would reach for. You're going to want to use it twice a day, morning and evening, for the best results. And like I say, it doesn't break the bank, so it's a really nice place to start. You can buy it online. I'll leave some links down in the description box below to where you can get it. But I actually purchased mine on the old TikTok shop, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say here, but that's where I got mine. And it was half price, and I believe it is still half price. So that's what I got my hands on mine. I've been using it and really enjoying it. If you want to get it there, I'll again leave a link to a video which will have the link, so you can absolutely get that if you want. Multiple different places where you can reach for it, but I'd say shop around, because there is quite a differential in terms of the price point in different places, so shop around to get the best deal. Another fantastic option for astaxanthin is one that's been on the market for ages, and that's the NIOD Survival Zero. This is slightly heavier in terms of its application than that Dr Melaxin one, gives a little bit more moisture and more hydration, and whilst it doesn't have the tranexamic acid or the niacinamide in it, it does have other beneficial antioxidants. So I'd say the Dr Melaxin one is probably the best when it comes to fading hyperpigmentation and dark spots. If you want to use astaxanthin for its antioxidant power, I would probably go for the NIOD Survival Zero. A beautiful, stunning product that has 15 different antioxidants all blended together to give you like maximum protection. I've loved this for the longest time. It's also really inexpensive. I think it's currently about £20. So one of the cheapest products from NIOD, and honestly, one of the best. I don't think you can go wrong with it, especially if you want a slightly heavier serum, one that's going to give a little bit more hydration than the Dr Melaxin, which is super, super lightweight. I also want to give a quick shout out to a couple of honorable mentions that will fit certain routines and certain requirements. Starting out with this is the Allies of Skin Peptides and Antioxidants Firming Daily Treatment. This is fantastic if your primary focus is streamlining. If you love the idea of astaxanthin, but you don't want to have a separate serum, you don't want to be adding something to your skincare routine, get this, because this is your peptide serum, it's your antioxidant serum, it's your brightening serum, your hyperpigmentation serum, anti-firming serum, all in one. It's ticking every box. Did I say firming twice there? I don't know. When I replay this back, I'll work that out. But you get the picture. It's doing a lot. It's doing an awful lot in just one serum. So great if you're looking to streamline. Now, this isn't the cheapest product, but like I say, if you see it as a 5-in-1, really cleanse the skin, put this on, then on a morning, use your sunscreen. On an evening, apply your retinoid, and you're done. You could get a 3-step skincare routine with this product as the key element in the middle. And that actually does bring that price point down when you think about how efficient you're going to be in terms of your application. I really like it, and was one of the first products to come out with an astaxanthin ingredient list, which I always give them props for. I do have a 20% discount code for this, which I'll leave a link to down in the description box below. So if you did want to buy this, make sure you use that to bring that price point down. Really nice product, astaxanthin, but so much more going on. And then my final recommendation is this, the PSA Skin Light Up Mask. This is a great option for people that love their vitamin C and just want to use astaxanthin alongside it to kind of turbocharge it. Instead of doing away with vitamin C or, minimizing it, you want to use something to boost it. This is the one. Because this has your glutathione, it has your astaxanthin, it has your vitamin C, all in one serum. I use this twice a week. Usually when I'm going to the gym, I'll slap this on. It's a 10-minute car ride to the gym. When I get there, I'll rinse it off. That 10-minute is like a flash glow-up facial. Works really quickly because of the astaxanthin and the glutathione. And you've got vitamin C too. So, as I said earlier, I'm not doing away with vitamin C. I'm using astaxanthin to boost it. And this is probably one of the best products that's going to do all of that in one. Again, streamlining. It's not adding more, it's about replacing, so a more effective routine. This is a really great option. For me, I am not sold on astaxanthin being 6 times more effective than vitamin C, but I am definitely sold on it being more stable, a great addition to a skincare routine for hyperpigmentation, and definitely beneficial either in the place of vitamin C or used alongside in order to boost the results that you see. Everyone's skin is different, everyone's routine and priorities are going to be different, so do what works for you. But I wanted to do this video to really share with you the information you need to make the right decision when it comes to your own skin. You're going to see a lot of hype around astaxanthin in the next 12 months, and I would say, yes, lots of that hype is absolutely deserved, but choose your product wisely, set your expectations, know what you're actually going to be able to get from it, and like I say, know how to use it. Twice a day, either in the place of your vitamin C or, like me, in conjunction with it in order to maximize the results, and your hyperpigmentation will be faded in no time at all. Let me know your thoughts. If you made it through to the bitter end, let's do the thumbs up, thumbs down thing. So check your emojis, and in the comment section, if you're going to give astaxanthin a try or you're already using it in your skincare routine, leave the thumbs up emoji down in the comment section below. If you're not, if you think this isn't an ingredient I need, I'm happy as I am. This isn't something that really appeals to me. Leave the thumbs down emoji again down in the comment section below, so we can see where the thoughts and opinions of the Mad About Skin community lie. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and glow to the gods. Take care. Bye.